funny as it is, I already have something covered, and I was looking it up just in case, and really common glitch, but I never experienced it. And on my other save file for that level here, yeah, K Sanctum there, the last video, or yeah, last video that I did, it earned 4 Praetor tokens. But if you remember, and I'm pretty sure I check it in the video too, it's completed, because the Praetor tokens are, if I recall correctly, the top right on the screen, right where it says the name of the map and it's got the little triangles, and you earn those for completing the arenas and killing the enemies and shit like that, and they basically just give you extra weapon upgrade points. So if you're 100% a level, you pretty much get those too by default. It's probably the only thing you get handed to you if you complete the level. But I don't know, I just was seeing how many collectibles I had, like, out of the totals, and I was like, wait a second, why the hell does that say 1 out of 4? But according to other people, if you go into, like, the game, like, in that level, it'll tell you it's completed. So I was thinking, just for shits and giggles, I'd do that real quick, just to, you know. I mean, I could have done it on my own time, but then, I don't know, I find it to be an interesting glitch, because I guess it's been patched and everything for quite a while now. I mean, the game's still fairly new, but it's not brand new, you know what I mean? So, but I just thought that was funny, because it's already been patched and updated several times and everything, and I'm personally just now experiencing this, so I was just kind of like, huh, okay. But, I mean, as you saw, even in that menu, it shows all my Praetor tokens that I earned are still full, because I earned every single one of them, fair and square, after getting my ass brutally smacked around several times by Hell Knights, if you remember. Yeah, see, but in here it says it's completed. That's strange. That is a weird glitch. I'm just glad that it's nothing, like, bothersome that would ruin me getting the platinum or anything. Because I have actually experienced glitches like that before with other games back on the PS3, and man, was it depressing. I still ended up getting a couple of, I can't think of the games off the top of my head, because there was quite a few of them that had glitchy trophies like that, especially with the fucking collectibles. Pardon my French so early on, but that was always my biggest weakness. No fucking purpose whatsoever. They were just thrown in there. I love the Uncharted series to death, and I will not insult it in any way. But when you have like 101 fucking collectibles to find and none of them do you anything, and you miss one, and then you find out that only one you have to go and get keeps glitching through the friggin' surface every time you shoot it down to grab it, and then the only checkpoint is like 5 or 10 minutes away through a giant ass fight. That's just aggravating, to say the least. But, yeah, now that that's all, you know, sorted out, and that's a nice little interesting tidbit. We'll actually get on with the real chapter. The real reason I came here. The one reason I have brought you here today. Because, don't look at that. Alright, so I can just go continue game. Argent Facility destroyed. You fought your way out of hell and managed to return. Yeah, see? Spoiler, we made it. But now the demons have staked their claim on Mars. You must find a way to shut down the hell portal Olivia created. I can't talk today, I don't know what it is. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. Got like 5 hours of sleep. Went to work. Came home, and I've just been kind of like chilling ever since. I actually had plans today, but sadly, as it would happen, they didn't exactly fall through. Disappointingly so, but you know, it is what it is. It's how it is, man. It's life. You deal with it, and you make plans for another day. See if I can get comfy here. Hell on Mars. Dun 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 dun.
The Argent Tower is destroyed. The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well. But you've returned. The only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions.
Because I'm fucking badass.
So there may be a way. Vega is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.
Oh, okay, gonna make me do it, huh? Because Ultron Jr. is too pussy to do it himself. Sorry, had a moment. Alright, so Baron of Hell 2. It is clear that Barons are ferocious fighters with a bloodlust unparalleled by any other demon. Barons, larger and faster than their lesser brothers, also possess the ability to generate hell energy fireballs which can be hurled at a target. In the doomed Project Lazarus manned expedition, MTC 2145-128, it is believed that most of the explorers were set upon by Barons of Hell, though the details are unclear. Tablets retrieved from the Great Step in the UAC Automated Survey of 2143 suggest that the Barons of Hell are the current Royal Guard of the unknown Dark Lord of the Fourth Age. Oh shit, wrong button. Where was that? There we go. While the nature of this entity is unknown, it must be presumed that as the Royal Guard's power has significantly increased, so too has the power of their master. Yeah, well, whoever that is, after fucking locking me in a goddamn tomb and having to awake to all this bullshit, they gonna get my foot up their ass, that's for sure. Nice big, giant fucking metal steel toe. Not even steel toe, just steel in general. Just done. Sideways. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. Need one more summoner for that. Saving friggin', or at least trying to save 6 fucking tokens for that launcher upgrade, because that is I remember the challenge for that. I think you have to kill like 3 or 5 enemies with one fucking manual detonated blast. It's a real bitch to do later on in the game, just because the enemies are tougher. I mean, yeah, they've already gone tougher, but I mean it's a lot of big fights with the big enemies, to the point where you will hardly ever see like imps and such, and if you do, it's like one little wave of them and that's it. And they're not dumb enough to stick together because they know you'll take them all out in one shot. But I mean, we're about halfway through the game now, if you want to call it halfway, because the levels do get longer. How's it already been like 10 minutes? What? Don't lie to me. Da 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 da. So let me do it. Make him do it. Alright. Skeet shoot. Kill a revenant while it is in midair. Kill 5 demons with a chainsaw. Acquire 3 data logs. Sweet. Trying to remember. Oh, alright. Oh, that wasn't even right, dude. So fuck you, you flying fucker. Cheap shot me when I'm coming around the corner. What the fuck kind of game is that? This is not a fucking game. Sorry, DMX moment. Oh, duh, double jump. Forgot I had that. It's been a week. Oh, almost. That's my excuse. I've been too busy playing fucking Sword Art Online. Judge me all you want, but you know what? Anyone who has watched Sword Art Online... Because I'm just gonna clear this up right now. I'm actually not a really big anime fan of any kind. I mean, I grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and I loved them. But everything else, as far as I was concerned, could suck a dick. Like, I didn't care for any of it. So my buddy and I, we actually used to argue a lot over shows and shit, because we liked a lot of the same subjects, the same ideas and concepts. But we absolutely, like, hated certain things that the other one would watch, and I mean hated, like, to the point one of us would be watching our thing there, and the other one would come over to hang out and be like, dude, really, you're watching this shit still? Like, it was pretty funny. Well, not all the time, but sometimes it was. So, like, yeah, he was the big anime guy. He still kind of is, but, I don't know. He's kind of broadened his horizons a little bit. But, it took me forever to actually give anything animated a chance. And even now, I'm still wicked picky. But that's because I'm actually wicked picky with, like, everything. Even games, which you probably wouldn't believe by how I talk and how I play them, because I thoroughly enjoy them. Perhaps a little too much sometimes. But I mean, especially with, like, anything like, books, music. Well, I mean, music's kind of like my games too, but definitely like movies and books and shit like that. Like I can't remember the last time I read a book, because it just takes too much, like, to actually get me interested in it. And as for TV shows, oh my god, don't even get me started. I could rant about it for hours. That's just how fucking picky I am. But I made it. First try. But the imps go marching one by one, hurrah. Anyways. So yeah, back to the whole anime thing. I actually, like I said, recently started giving some of it a chance, and I did find some actually really damn good shows that, to the point that were so good, whether they were animated or live action or whatever, I still would have watched them because they were just fucking badass. And I mean absolutely badass. Like, Ajin, Demi-Human, or Knights of Sidonia. Soul Eater is crazy and over the top as it was pretty freaking awesome. And I mean, there's a couple select other few too, but yeah. So then I finally ended up watching Sword Art Online, and what I liked about Sword Art was, well, not just the fact that it's like based off of a game and it already has like the animated CGI graphics anyways. So it looks like a, I don't know, it almost makes me feel like I'm watching some really cool version of, like, Final Fantasy spin-off or something, you know what I mean? It's awesome. Get back to that in a second. Oh yeah, that's right, we're back in the Argent Facility, but this time it's all destroyed and fucked up and hellish. Should you find yourself caught in a level 3 demon contamination event, it is important that you remain calm. A tier 3 advocate wouldn't panic, and neither should you. We have a saying here in the Lazarus Labs: if you want the job, act as if. So stop, think, and act as if you were a tier 3 advocate. Here are the steps you should follow. Attempt to reach an emergency force field safety zone or a bulkhead door. Do not run, as some of our transdimensional visitors are sensitive to movement. Shut down any volatile equipment you may be using. Should you be unable to escape from the demons, it is important that you don't leave that plasma cutter running where it could damage an important piece of machinery. 3. If there is no obvious demon willingly, studies have shown that infuriating a demon by running away can cause additional frustration in the predator, and that may result in your body being too badly mutilated for useful post-mortem study. Simply kneel down, close your eyes, and wait. Remember, you can be as useful in death as you are in life. That's fucked up. That reminds me of some Dead Space stuff. Anyways, a little bit of dry humor there. Dark humor, I should say.
Olivia has an artifact in her private lab that we've been studying for years. I believe you can use it to find the answers you seek. It bears your mark.
Olivia's personal laboratory is not part of the registered facilities database. Alpha-level clearance will be required to locate it. Granted.
You can access her Lazarus facility from the north sector of the Advanced Research Complex, about 80 kilometers away.
I'll bring the tram power online to take you there, but you'll need a UAC corporate facilities clearance card to activate it. There is a security station nearby.
Oh, my nose got really stuffy all of a sudden. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, the thing with Sword Art Online is not only, you know, one of the reasons why I said it was cool is what I was talking about, so, you know, the fact that it's like a game and everything, but it ends up having a really, really awesome, you know, twist, like, obvious one. You know, if you die in the game, you die in real life, for reasons I don't want to say, or spoil, even though it's the first episode, but just, you know, so it'll get anyone to watch it. Talk about hit and run. Oh. How fast you do the freaking glory kill? It's crazy. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. He got me first. But yeah, it's even if you're not big on anything animated, it's actually, I don't know, it in my opinion it stands out from a lot of animated things I've either watched myself or seen from other people who have tried to get me into that whole sort of thing, because yes, it takes place in a game. It is based off of a made-up fictional game, you know, to fit the story, but it's very down to earth, it's very logical, it's very reasonable, it's very realistic, and it actually kind of switches, especially if you get past the first half of the first, well, I guess you could say first season, but it's actually like the first half of the first volume, because, you know, animated things are a little different, but it actually switches between what goes on in the game world and in the real world, and how if something like that was to happen with virtual reality technology, and a consequence or catastrophe of such was to happen the way it did, how it would really affect people, especially the people that were in it. Because you gotta think, after doing something like that for so long would have a real toll on your mental, your health, your subconscious, your overall being. And of course, being like almost in a comatose state to do that for so long, like theoretically speaking, your body wouldn't be used to functioning properly like in real life anymore. And you'd have to like go through all of, and I don't want to say much more because I feel like I'd be spoiling a lot, but it's very, very good. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly a drama. I mean, yes, there is dramatic things and events in it like everything else, but it's more of a, I don't know, it's kind of like an action-packed, like, realistic. Sorry about that, my controller died. I didn't even know that it was dying. I never got a notification about it. There's usually a pop-up, please charge your controller, and I didn't this time, but whatever, no biggie. As I was saying, it's a very good show, and like I said, anyone who's even not into the whole animated scene should definitely at least check it out and watch past. And I want to say it's one of those, you gotta watch past the first few episodes before it gets good, but you really don't. You more or less have to give it time for the show to kind of grow on you a little bit, because it starts off awesome right from the friggin' get-go. It really truly does. Shit. Oh, the controller dying totally threw me off, man. I mean, I know I wasn't doing awesome, but that didn't help. But another cool thing was there's so many twists in that show, so many twists. And I think the biggest ones, which obviously I'm not going to say, but it's the first season of Volume 1 is what it is. Or you think it is. But at the same time it really is. And then you watch Season 2 of Volume 1, and it's like, oh wait, there's more. And it's like you start to understand everything, and the characters both in the game and in real life. And all of a sudden it changes again, and now there's a whole new purpose to it. And then shit happens, and then finally it obviously we all know when someone says it goes back to normal, it doesn't necessarily go back to normal. That's just how stuff like that works in anything, doesn't matter what it is. But you know what I mean. And it goes back to normal, and then all of a sudden, like, more stuff happens that is very relative and similar to the original, and it's like, it's really crazy how it all happens. And it just keeps going like that. And then the coolest part is that show is, you like I said, it is what it is, and then it's also what you never thought a TV show like that could be. Just the story elements and the plot, really. It's amazing. It really is. It blew my mind when I finally finished the second season, sadly. And I realized what everything was and how it really ended, and I was like, oh my god. And I don't know if there's gonna be a third season or if there's gonna be a movie. I don't. There needs to be more. There we go. You guys want to see something freaking awesome? Give me a second. Oh, tough fuck. Oh, it killed him. It just didn't do the freaking... Wow, that's crap. That was either bullshit or bad timing. Maybe both. Because if that would have happened the way I anticipated it to, the way it was supposed to, that would have been perfect. But, whatever. First actual fight and I've already died 3 times. So, yeah, the whole reason why I brought that all up is... Excuse me. Not only is it amazing and absolutely worth watching every second of Sword Art Online, and Sword Art Online 2, which is the second season, or volume, whatever you want to call it. But, I've been playing the game, and it's literally like well, so far, I mean, I have like almost a day's worth of playtime in it, but I haven't really done jack shit, honestly. There's just so much to it. In your face, disgrace! Now you see me, now you don't. Fucker. Yeah, but where most games, or well, actually games, movies, shows, anything like that, how they're all based off each other, they're all basically the same, just with minor alterations that either are like, yeah, that's how it should have been, or dude, that's fucking stupid, that's not how it was supposed to be, that's not what happened. You know what I mean? But with this, with Sword Art Online, apparently it was Sword Art Online Infinity Moment, I think it was called, came out for the PSP like 2011. Like, holy shit. Or no, 12 because it's like 4 years old. And then they came out with Sword Art Online something else after that, and it was basically just an expansion to that, but it wasn't a standalone, like you actually needed, you know, the game and everything. And it was just kind of like, yeah, alright, whatever. And it was like, I don't think it was well known, because I don't think at that time Sword Art Online was really that well known. I think it had like just come out when that happened. Or like just finished the very first season when it did. The Sword Art Online's really not that old. It was just like a 2-year span between the seasons. Or, well, volumes, because it was like a season every year sort of thing. Something like that. I did a lot of reading on it. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but you know, whatever. Basically, they made... Because I had only gone into Sword Art Online recently, like this is like a couple months ago actually that I finally finished it. Yeah! I got really into that. What was I saying? Oh, right. And then they had re-released Sword Art Online RE, which was like kind of like what they did with Kingdom Hearts, I guess. Like remix or rebirth or remake, whatever. Called Hollow Fragment, and it's actually a combination of that expansion pack and the original game, but meshed together so that you can simultaneously play the both without actually technically playing the DLC parts, so that you get the full story instead of just in like pieces. I guess they felt like they fucked up when they did that or something, I don't know. But either way, it seems to be working out just fine for me, so I'd say they did it right. But it's cool because you get the original characters, or at least, you know, the ones who had survived up into that point, as well as new ones, and like new areas that had never been seen before in the show. Because where the show, I mean, yes, I would say watch the show to understand like why it's so important that it is the way it is the moment you start the game, but at the same time, I don't know, that's just me personally. But I mean, oh, okay, that's that big ass area that in one of my videos I spent like an hour trying to do. But also the thing is, like, the way the first volume ended, or first season I should say, the game is actually, when you watch it, it's one of those, not only is it a very climactic holy shit moment, you know, and you're trying to wrap your head around everything, but it's also a very narrow hit or miss situation, and it's kind of like, well, what if that same thing happened, but happened this way instead? And I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one who had that question. I feel like a lot of people all over the world who watched that show had that same question, either before, during, or after the whole thing. And that question, and I don't want to say because I don't know how to word it without spoiling the ending, and that would just be totally fucking stupid of me recommending you to watch it in the first place, is basically where the game takes place. Because the game follows the entire story up into that point, and then alright, collect all 15 hell relics and reach the altar before the timer expires. Alright.